This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
The Jason Walker Show, broadcasting from the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Here's Jason Walker.
Hey, what is this? I got echo. Happy Monday, the Jason Walker Show. We are presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says it is your vehicle, it is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. Got a big show coming up today in the Major Mortgage Man Cave. We're going to talk to head coach Mike Van Diest, who's going to be the defensive, well, not head coach, former head coach, now defensive coordinator at MSU Northern. Not a Freudian slip, just a slip. Let's see here. And also we're going to check in with your national high school rodeo reserve champ in two different events, and also the world champion all-around high schooler. So Sam Petersen's going to join us. Also, your Montana Rodeo Roundup. We have news out of the Big Sky. Media Days today. We'll be in Great Falls tomorrow for Frontier. And we'll talk about that more in a second. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, TreasureStateRadio.com, and much, much more. So, what else we got coming up today? We're going to talk about, we also have your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week coming up. And the walk-off. And on this day, there's so much to do on a Monday. You can tweet us at JWalkerSports. That's our Twitter handle. You can Facebook us, email Jason at JasonWalkerShow.com. You can call in 406-209-1267. All right, let's get started. So the Big Sky is in Spokane. We were going to go, and then we decided last minute actually not to go out to Spokane since we're going to be kind of everywhere this weekend, or this week. So we're staying here, but the Big Sky announced its preseason all-conference selections and its preseason media and coaches polls. Let's start with the preseason selections. Eric Berry of Eastern Washington is your preseason quarterback of the year for the Big Sky. No surprise there. Sam McKim for the Grizz, your wide receivers are on the wide receiver list. Conlon Beaver from Montana is a tackle. Taylor Tuiasosopo from Montana State is on there. Let's see here. Lots of Weber State and Eastern Washington dudes. Troy Anderson, of course, linebacker. Jace Lewis, middle linebacker. Robbie Houck, safety. And Matthew O'Donoghue for for long snapping. So that's your Big Sky preseason all-conference list. All right, so when it comes to the media poll and the coaches poll, they're pretty similar. We'll start with the coaches poll for the Big Sky, and this is just released today. You got Weber State picked by the coaches and the media to win, 7 first-place votes in the coaches poll. Montana second with 2 first-place votes, Eastern with 2 as well, coming in third. The Cats and Sac State each with a first-place vote. The Cats fourth, Sacramento State fifth. This is preseason coaches poll for the Big Sky. UC Davis, Northern Arizona, Idaho State, Portland State, 6 through 10. And then Southern Utah, Cal Poly, and Northern Colorado, your bottom 3 for the coaches poll. Media poll, Weber State, Montana, Eastern Washington, Montana State, Sac State. That's top 5, same. 3 media members gave Montana State a first-place vote. Let's see, 6 through 10, UC Davis, Northern Arizona, Idaho State, Portland State, pretty similar. Southern Utah, Northern Colorado, Cal Poly rounding out the bottom in the Big Sky. we'll hear from some of the coaches as we move forward, getting ready for fall camp. That is Big Sky Media poll and coaches polls preseason. So good stuff. Let's see, where else we at? Got the State Legion AA tournament starting Wednesday in Great Falls. And your top seed is the Billings Royals. They'll have a bye. Billings Scarlets, the 5, and Kalispell, the 4. They face each other Wednesday at 1, the 4 p.m. game. Bozeman, the 6 seed, against the 3 seed Helena Senators. And then the nightcap, 7 seed Great Falls, taking on the 2 seed Missoula. And then Billings Royals get that bye into the Thursday, day 2, where they'll face the winner of the Scarlets and Kalispell. So there's your Legion schedule. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough bracket. You got Billings at 23-1, Missoula 16-8, Helena was 15-9. Pretty tight. And I know a lot of Helena folks think that they can they're better than, or they can get past Billings, the Royals. So we'll see. But good stuff with that. Let's see. What else? Want to remind you, by the way, Speaker Sprinklers love green grass. Speaker Sprinklers, a proud sponsor of the Jason Walker Show here. And we love having them on board. Thank you very much, Joe. Let's see. Tomorrow we'll be in Great Falls for Frontier Conference Media Day. And we'll talk to a couple of coaches up there. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we will be at the Last Chance Stampede, Lewis and Clark County Fairgrounds, in the VIP room as we get ready for not only the concert on Wednesday night, but also rodeo Thursday, Friday. We'll talk to Wayne Brooks, the announcer. We'll talk to the barrel man, entertainer Dennis Halstead, who is proudly sponsored by the Jason Walker Show. Katie Lynn Krause, Miss Rodeo Montana, will join us. Miss Last Chance Stampede Cassie Turner will join us. We will talk to others as well. So it'll be fun. It's going to be a fun week. And that's part of the reason why we weren't in Spokane today for Big Sky Media Days. Kickoff day, I guess, is what it's called, the football kickoff. It's only like a day and a half. It's not even worth traveling out there. All right, let's do your Montana Rodeo Roundup. It is presented by Mark LaRoe Photography. And if you are looking to get your senior pictures, family portraits, even engagement photos booked, get a hold of Mark LaRoe. We love Mark. And the calendar back here, probably should move it up a little bit higher. But, or I got the Sonny Holland picture I could move. But Mark's got a couple of great calendars. Can't wait to see what's in store for 2022, calendar-wise. There's one of like landscapes and scenes of Montana, and then there's cowboys and western of Montana. So it's pretty cool. Mark does a great job. And, of course, we've got some great artwork of Mark's. Not artwork, but photography. What's art, right? Yeah. Anyway, get a hold of Mark LaRoe Photography. Let's see. At the Northern Rodeo, there was one Northern Rodeo over the week. It was up in Eureka, and Nathaniel Deerhammer won the bareback. Andrew Evgene took the saddle bronc. Nobody covered a bull. Timmy Sparing of Helena led a 1-2-3 Helena finish in steer wrestling. He won with a 5.1. And then Austin Whitehouse and Colby Bignell followed with a 14-1 and a 14-9. Kevin Petersen of Dillon won the tie-down just ahead of Quinn McQuarrie from Wolf Creek by a 10th or a 100th tenth. Is it a 10th? 8.5 and 8.6. I think it's a 10th. Right? Dustin Bird, Ike Folsom took the team roping. Kenna McNeil won barrels. And Peyton Levine won breakaway. And Paige Rasmussen. So Peyton Levine went 1-9. Paige Rasmussen was second with a 2 flat. And third place was 4 seconds back. So Peyton and Paige were smoking in breakaway up in Eureka. Northern Rodeo is off this week. And back at it the end of next week with Dodson and Superior. and also Townsend. So that's coming up. Let's see here. So we got that. Pro rodeos in Shelby. Caden Camp had himself a good weekend, won the all-around, also the steer wrestling in Shelby. Bareback, Troy Kirkpatrick and Calder Petersen split first and second. Team roping, rope 3 irons, Colton Fisher. Cree Minkoff took the saddle bronc. Jade Gardner tie down Tia Murphy barrels. And Kobe Whitford the bulls. And what's great, I see a name in there, Sierra Erickson, who just had a baby, 3 weeks ago, is back barrels already. So that's awesome. So that was your winners at Shelby. Your winners in Forsyth, Caden Camp, all around. There's a nominee for your Auto Contest Performance of the Week. Tucker Zing took the bareback. Kyle Calloway the steers. Brady Tryon, Justin Viles team roping. Tanner Hollenbeck saddle bronc. Shane Smith won tie down. Tammy Carpenter took the barrels. And Preston Lewis, bull riding. I think that's Dakota's brother, Preston. So good job there. And then at Plentywood, Trevor Bauman won the all-around. Calder Petersen bareback. Quentin Wheeler, Colton Herbert each go 4 and 7 to split the win in steer wrestling. Clint Garrell, Cody Smith, team roping. Jess Bale won the saddle bronc. Josh Graff tie down. Ashley Day, the barrels. And Tristan O'Neill won the bull riding. So congratulations to all the PRCA winners and NRA winners this week in Montana. Or last week. This week, you've got Last Chance Stampede, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You've got Lewistown, Wednesday and Thursday, and then Glendive and Libby are over the weekend as well. So lots of PRCA action in Montana this week. Your Montana Rodeo Roundup brought to you by Mark LaRoe Photography. And Mark, nobody does it better than Mark. Get a hold of him for all your engagement needs. Senior portraits. Get booked now because senior portraits, you got to get those done. I mean, school starts in a month, folks. And family portraits, too, because everybody likes to see the families. Plus, they make good Christmas cards, right? There you go. All right. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Mike Van Diest. We're going to find out what it took to get him to Northern as the defensive coordinator. How is it going to be in October when Northern comes down to Carroll to take Nelson to take on Carroll? And we'll check in with the kids, too. Mike Van Diest joins us next. Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says it is your vehicle. It is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. And we've talked about Capital Collision Center a lot on this show. It was just over a year ago. They had my vehicle after it was in a wreck, and it came off Capital Collision Center's lot looking like it just came off the brand new lot. That's how well they did. But the great thing was how informed they kept me. Text messages, phone calls, emails, all throughout the process, letting me know what had just been done to my vehicle, where it was, what was coming next, and they got it done right on time, too. So get into Capital Collision Center on Euclid in Helena. Head coach, never going to get used to not saying that, but defensive coordinator for MSU Northern, Mike Van Diest, joins us next here on the Jason Walker Show.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back on a Tuesday as we hang out with Snoop. Yep, my autographed picture of the Snoop Dogg. D-O-double-G. I got nothing as we hang out. Major Mortgage Man Cave. We're presented by Capital Collision Center. This segment is brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Still to come, we'll talk to high school all-around world champ, Sam Petersen, and reserve champ in bareback and also steer wrestling. So he'll join us coming up. Your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week on this day, the walk-off, and so much more. But was it last week, I guess, or a little over 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, we found out the news that it wasn't really a shock. It was more of a shock of where it happened. We knew Coach Mike Van Diest was going to get back into coaching, whether it was going to be at Helena High or somewhere. But the shocking part was that he's going to be the defensive coordinator at Montana State Northern, which is a great move. And Coach, obviously, well-respected. And we talked to Andrew Rowland about it a couple of weeks ago. And the head coach who precipitated the hiring of Mike Van Diest, and the excitement level that both have for the game of football is it's awesome. And to join us now to chat about it is the coach, the defensive coordinator of the Lights, Mike Van Diest, and he joins us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All right, Coach. Well, first off, how's your summer been? Because I've talked to you a couple of times under different circumstances, and but other than that, how has it been?
It's been going great. No, it's been a fun summer. Goes fast. I think when you've been a college coach all the years, we always said July 4th was kind of the midpoint, and then the summer's basically over. You just got to start preparing for the seasons. But it was great. Clay was able to come home over the 4th of July for a week. Shade and our granddaughter are flying in a couple of days. We go up to Swan Lake. I've had a couple college buddies come through. One of my teammates and his wife, we went to school together. They came in last night. And a baseball player from Wyoming who was in my wedding, he and his wife are flying into Kalispell Wednesday, so we're meeting them. So it's been fun. We've seen family. We've seen a lot of friends. And I always enjoy the summer. Just a little bit smoky right now, but that's something we can't control.
No, we definitely can't. But it sounds like you've had a good time and lots of family and friends, which is always a fun time. And now you have to get back into the swing of things with coaching. And it was announced a couple of weeks ago you take over as the defensive coordinator at MSU Northern. And how'd this all come about? I had Coach Rowland on, but I want to hear from you.
Well, Heidi and I were driving down to Billings, and I get this phone call, and it's a San Diego number, and I don't know many people in San Diego, So I do, like I said, sometimes you get those spam calls or robocalls and things like that, but usually if it's out of state, maybe it's somebody I know, maybe it's an old teammate or whatever. So just happened to take the call, and it was Coach Rowland. And he was explaining the situation to me that Coach Stuber, who I've known years ago, defensive coordinator, went back to the Canadian League with the Toronto Argonauts. And so I thought maybe Coach was calling to see if I could recommend anybody in as a D coordinator for him at this late date. And he said, no, I want to talk to you about it. And so kind of, took me back a little bit. But we visited just for a short time because we were pulling into Billings, so I didn't have a lot of time to talk to him at that time. But he explained the situation, and I said, can I give you a call, after the weekend? How do you now visit with them? I want to visit with Shane and Clay. And so that's how the initial part of it came out. And, just like I said, it was a clear blue. I was going to go ahead and coach again Helena High with Scott Evans, Brian Schulte this fall. But the opportunity to coach at a college, athletes, and at that level in the Frontier Conference, what I'm familiar with, seemed pretty intriguing. So, spent a lot of time talking over the next 72 hours.
You are a football guy, and I've said this publicly, privately, and to everybody who will listen to me about you, is you just love football. You can't get it out of your blood. And obviously coaching high school and now back into the college ranks, is there anything else that you do besides football?
Well, Shane's always made fun of me kind of in a lighthearted way that I have no hobbies. I'm a terrible golfer, so, Bill Sprinkle and Gary Turcotte never asked me to play with them. So I sit home a lot, so I retired. And, we fish a little bit. When the boys are home, we go fly fishing, and we'll go out. We go to Swan Lake with our, with Heidi and the family's cabin up there. But I don't have a lot of hobbies, and I'm not one of those guys that want to go sit at this coffee group on Monday or this breakfast club on Tuesday and whatever. And, I just, my health is good. I sit here and watch a lot of football film on my laptop. I DVR a lot of games on TV, on Hulu, so I can go back and watch it. I like the game. I enjoy watching it, the strategy of it. And what I really missed is being in a room with coaches and game planning and talking football and talking personnel and being around players. They stop in the office and talk to them. I don't know. College football was good for me. There was a lot of ups and downs when I played, but the people that I was in contact with, from Coach Hughley and Coach Shermer, my college coaches, and then all the teammates that I had over the years in college, was wonderful. And reconnecting over with them the last couple of years just kind of made me want to jump in the game even more if I had it, one last hurrah maybe.
You said when you retired at Carroll and that you weren't done coaching, and you were on about a year ago when Mary was the option, and then that didn't happen because of COVID. Helena High came about, and that was awesome. And how cool was that just to hang out with high school kids for once?
It was great. I think I love Scott Evans. Scott and I have a lot of the same philosophy on defense. We've talked football over the years. He's a football guy. But coaching those guys and being around, seniors and juniors and sophomores, it was a little bit different venue for me. I had to kind of scale back a little bit my enthusiasm, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. But, with Dane Broadhead and, Kerry Cicero and Isaiah Seck, 3 former players on the staff, Sean Kraft, I've known for years, and, Manny Garza. It was a lot of fun being with those guys. Friday Night Lights, and I played at Helena High for a year, and Shane played there. Clay played a couple of years before he moved away. So it was good, and it kind of recharged my batteries a little bit to get in there and talk football and just being in there in game day situations.
Mike Van Diest, our guest here, an MSU Northern defensive coordinator. You and I talked a little bit last week. You were pleased because Northern was one of those teams that played a spring season, so you have fresh film. It's not spring football film. You have actual game film to watch. How beneficial is that for you?
Oh, it's great. It was a game changer for me to be able to sit down, watch film of players that were just there a few months ago on the field playing competitive games against Carroll, Rocky, College of Idaho, and Eastern Oregon. So you get a sense of where these players were just a few months ago in their development. And it wasn't just a scrimmage and going against each other in a controlled atmosphere. This was football games, and this was football. And the Frontier Conference, I thought the schools that played, what a great thing for them. Shame on those guys that didn't play. This was great for those 5 teams to step up and play and do what they did. And but I got a sense of where they were. I got a chance to look at all all 4 games. I've watched them, I think, 3 of the games twice now. I've got one more game I want to go back again and watch. But I saw the players in position, even though it was a different defensive scheme maybe than we'll run. But I got to see players, just in terms of how they react to certain blocking schemes, what their coverage skills were like, what their effort was like, and kind of see, maybe how they interacted with each other on the field and where we can plug in guys. So the biggest challenge for us, because there's 4 new defensive coaches. 4 of us are new on the staff. And, so it's going to be a real challenge for us to get together, put our heads together. But the first week of camp, we've got to be able to maybe sit down and see where all these players will fit into the new scheme.
Mike Van Diest joining us, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. These kids, and you've always been very complimentary of the kids on the defensive side of the ball at MSU Northern because they're just tough. A lot of them are Highline kids, and, these are the kids that you would have recruited at Carroll. But Northern is known for its really like blue-collar workers, and I know you love those type of players.
Well, it's great. When you're on the outside looking in or you're on the opposing sidelines, you don't know a lot about the program. You know some of the kids. Certainly all the years with Coach Curry being up there. I've known Coach for years when he was a high school coach at Harvard. And Mark Sampson comes. Jake Eldridge was an interim coach for a while. You get to know a little bit of their culture and their personalities. But there's a lot of good players up there. And, I've always liked them. And, Keno Dietrich, who's our defensive line coach, he played at Harvard High School. He was coaching at Harvard High School last year. He was a great player. And we butted heads with him in 2000, 2001, 2002. And you can talk to Kyle Baker, any of our offensive linemen, and Fitzsimmons. They remember him. And so there's those types of players up there. Bo Sommerfeld was a tremendous player up there. They just had some good, tough kids. I know when they beat us, I think it was in 2016, they manhandled us on both sides of the offensive line and defensive line. There's players there. And what I said, I don't care if you're at Alabama or Clemson, University of Montana, University of Wyoming, Notre Dame. These kids are just the same. They're going to college wanting to play football and have success. They love the game. There's a reason why, they're playing college football beyond their high school career. So it's another chance to coach. I really like Coach Owen. Casey Fitzsimmons was on the selection committee when he was hired. So Casey and I have had a lot of conversations. And, I think there's a lot of plus up there. Greg Kegel, the chancellor up there, has put his heart and soul into that program for 30-plus years. I'm just excited that Coach thought enough of me to call.
Well, I've been impressed with him since he got the job in 2018 or 2017, but 2018 his first football season. But the excitement level hasn't waned up there for him, and I think he's a great young coach that's gonna, he's been turning Northern around. And having you on board now is definitely going to help on that defensive side of the ball. How weird is it going to be on the other sideline? Have you even thought about the October game against Carroll at Nelson Stadium?
I know it's on. I didn't have any idea on it when we were talking and scheduling. And I'll be honest with you, I know it's a coach's cliche. August 28th in College of Idaho is where I'm at. But I think to be a safeguard for me, I'm going to be in the booth on that day for the rest of the season. So people can't throw things at me or yell at me. That I think I'm going to ask Charlie Gross if I can have a police escort across the field. Maybe I might need one. You just never know what the reaction of people are going to be. But so far, it's been great with all my former players that have called. Maybe the ones that haven't called are a little bit, upset with me. But a lot of the players that have called have been real positive, and they know how much I love football, just like you said earlier. And when I talked to Shane and Clay, they were excited that I'm getting back in the game. They know how much I've missed it the last couple of years.
You know, you might want to be on the sideline, though, because Nelson, the press box is, the fans can throw stuff there easier than across the field.
Yeah, they can reach me, But Bill Darcy and Steve D, they're on the sidelines, and Jerry Leonard, so it might be safer up in the booth.
That is very, very true. Hey, how was the hockey Stanley Cup? Did you enjoy it?
That was good. It was fun because, and I like the format of it. To see the Montreal Canadiens make the run that they made was just unbelievable. And I'm a big Carey Price fan and Shea Weber fan. And it just was good for Canada and for the NHL to have a Canadian team make a run like that. And everybody thought it was going to be Toronto with all the firepower, but here they come, and Tampa Bay certainly proved once again how strong they are and how talented they are, from the top end to the back end, and then the goalie, Vasilevsky, is great. But we were cheering for the Golden Knights along the way because Zach Whitecloud, who's a great young defenseman for the Golden Knights, he was Clay's D partner, Clay's last year up in Canada, and those guys are very, very good friends. Yeah. And when they played juniors together, so we kind of had a little bit more of a personal interest with the Golden Knights. But, Stanley Cup's always good. It was kind of back to normal. I just felt bad for Montreal because they wouldn't have fans in their state, but they come down and play Tampa, and that place is 18,000. So pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, no, it was a fantastic final, and I know Clay and I were supposed to chat about it, but life got in the way. But he's such how proud of you of him, because he's both kids really, but he's moved up into that coaching ranks and done a great job too.
Yeah, he's had some great opportunities this year. He was selected, I think, one of the only assistant coaches that was selected for USA Hockey U15 evaluation trial camps in St. Cloud, Minnesota. So the contacts he made there and the coaching, jumping down to him and the things that he got to see from head coaches from Division I programs is pretty special. But no, he and Shane have done great. I'm so proud of them, And here's the thing, Shane and his wife, when she was going to medical school in St. Louis, they're in St. Louis when the St. Louis Blues wins the Stanley Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Clay moves to Milwaukee, and the Bucks win the NBA championship. So I said, both you guys better move to Havre this fall. I need some help. You guys are carrying the lucky rabbit's foot. And so they've enjoyed being in cities where, sports have kind of taken over with the pro team. So it's been fun to see them, jump on board and really be a part of those celebrations.
Little Cece's okay?
Yeah, doing great. Yeah, they'll be here in a week, and Shane and Mar are expecting a baby boy in October, so it's pretty cool.
That is awesome. Congratulations to them.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's super cool. I got to ask you this, because you brought this up real quick, but how many contacts do you have in your phone?
Not very many. I have some, but I don't have a third of probably what Shane and Clay have or other coaches. I've gotten a few more now because when you go to a new team, then you get new players and contacts on them. But I don't have as many as people think.
Oh, okay.
It's I don't know. I figure the people that really like me, I got their contacts in there. Coaches that I want to keep in touch with, former teammates in college, high school friends like Brad Luck and Rick Pfeiffer, those guys I grew up with in Helena and East Helena. But not many. You're in there, but it took a couple of years before I put you in there. You were that waiting room over there to the side before I moved you up to the first string, Jason.
Well, I appreciate it, and you've only taken my helmet once, which.
Right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. So.
Am I the only media guy you have in there?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. I took all the ESPN guys off of it a few years ago. I'm not an ESPN guy anymore. I'm trying to get the Barstool guys on. They won't answer my calls. But I think you are. I think you're the only one right now. And Daniel Sally. So you and Daniel.
Okay. All right. Well, Coach, I appreciate the time. Best of luck up in Havre, and I can't wait to see you turn that thing around, because I've always been, like I said, a big fan of Coach Rowland, and I like what's going on up there. So congratulations and good luck up there, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, and just people need to know that, I'm not the savior. The players are going to make the difference. I don't want them thinking, well, I come in with the magic wand. I want to go up there and help them be the best they can be. And, because Coach Roll's program, I'm just kind of, I'm in the FBI witness protection program. So you become an assistant coach and nobody knows where the heck you end up in this world. But, I think it'll be good. And I'm enjoying it. I'm glad that he thought enough of me and Chancellor thought enough of me, to get me up there. And I appreciate you. And just, there's an October night. Cheer for us once in a while, will you? And give my best to your family too, Jason.
I will do. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Jason. Take care.
Not head coach. Defensive coordinator Mike Van Diest joining us on the Jason Walker Show, courtesy of the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All of our guests appear via the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline for all your home, auto, and insurance needs. Talk to Mike. He is the one. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. We're also going to check in with Sam Petersen, the all-around high school world champion, next here on the Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918. Or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Listen to The Jason Walker Show anytime and anywhere. Download The Jason Walker Show on iTunes, Google Play, or wherever you enjoy podcasts.
Final segment inside the Major Mortgage Man Cave. On this day, the walk-off, Auto Concepts Performance of the Week, and much more coming up. We are presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana state law says it is your vehicle, it is your choice. Where you have it repaired, choose Capital Collision Center. This guy had wow, 3-2-1. This guy had himself a pretty good weekend down in Lincoln, Nebraska. 17 years young, and he is the all-around champion for the National High School Rodeo Association. He's the reserve champ in a couple of events, and he joins us now to talk about it. His name is Sam Petersen here on the Jason Walker Show. Well, first off, man, congratulations. And how's the trip home after everything?
Man, it's good. Just the feeling still hasn't sunk in yet. Just being on a stage that big and being able to accomplish one of your goals up to this point, it's something special.
Take me through the week. When did you? Okay, we'll break down the all around here in a second, but take me through your week and each one of your rides and runs.
So the first round, I got on a dink of a bucking horse, ran off with me, and I got a re-ride, and I was 76 points. And then in the steer wrestling, I was a 5'8". That put me about 13th in the round. The second go, I drew a real nice horse. I was 77 points, and I think I was a 5'2" on my steer, and that put me, I think, fifth in the average. And then in the short go, I just didn't have the horse I needed to win the world. I was sitting second, and then the kid who was a half a point behind me, he was 81 points, and he made a really nice ride, and then I was 79, and it just didn't work out for me winning the world in the bareback riding. And then in the steer wrestling, I was a 4'8", made a really good run, and I was winning it till the kid after me, he was a 4'2", so that put me second, and so I ended up reserve world champion in 2 events.
Hey, that's not too bad. I mean, you go down expecting to win, but you end up second in 2 different events, one on the time to one on the rough stock. That's not too shabby, my man.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Sam Petersen, our guest here. He is the all-around champion for the National High School Rodeo Finals that just wrapped up in Lincoln, Nebraska. All right, all around. You were third going into the final day, and I guess you taking second really as reserve champ in 2 different events kind of propelled you into that all-around spot.
Yeah, it did. I didn't know that I won the all-around there until the very end of the award ceremony, and it was pretty special when they called me up. So I'm proud of what I accomplished, even though I came there to win my respective events, but it's still something pretty cool to win the all-around.
In the last month, the state of Montana has seen 2 all-around champs, and Paige Rasmussen at the CNFR, and now you at the high school stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
It is pretty neat. Sam Petersen, our guest here, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. I'm showing the buckle now, but is that the buckle you're wearing from now on, or does that one get framed and put up somewhere?
I'm wearing it right now, but I think I might frame it up and put it somewhere.
It's a pretty sweet-looking buckle, my man.
Thank you.
All right, so what's the plan? Because you did well at East Helena. You're doing a lot of NRA rodeos this summer. So how are you going to take any time off between now and getting back into action this weekend?
Nope. This coming weekend, I'm going to Darby to bareback riding, and then I'm just going to keep the ball rolling.
Well, you're on quite a roll. So how pleased are you with the way the summer's gone so far?
Been going pretty good. I won the state in the bareback riding at the state high school finals rodeo, and I got third in the bulldog in there, which qualified me to nationals in both those events. And then I've gone to a couple NRA rodeos. I won Gardner, got second in Wilsall. I won Big Timber, won East Helena, and then just got more rodeos planned here out the summer. August 13th, I turn 18, so I'll be able to get my pro rodeo permit, and then after that, I'll be able to start pro rodeoing. So I'm just busy and just loving what I do.
Hey, you should, because you're pretty darn good at it. Who was your idols growing up in bareback?
In the bareback riding, Keith Ford.
Oh yeah.
He got me started. When my mom sold him and his wife a house here in Helena, and then Chris Timberman and just some of those guys that have been there and done that helped me along the way. So,
do you prefer to get on the back of a wild bronc, or do you prefer to jump off a tame horse onto the back and horns of a steer?
The bareback ride, or the steer wrestling's a little more nerve-wracking for me than the bareback riding is.
Yeah, but bareback riding's harder on the body, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think if when you're doing things right and you're staying in shape, it's not as bad as some people might think. But no, sometimes you get pretty stored up.
So, do you do anything else besides rodeo?
I wrestle.
Oh, okay. What's your weight? Like, let me get. Hold on. You're in that 20-pound or 120 area, right?
No, I wrestled 52 this year.
Did you? You're a heavy bareback rider, and I don't mean that bad, because I mean, you look at bronc riders and the bull riders and stuff, like 130 pounds.
I don't know about that. Shoot, I thought. I know some bull riders like Jeff Lockwood and stuff, they're around 130, 140, somewhere around there. But I think lots of bareback riders are a little more, I don't know, buffer, heavier set.
Well, they've got a little more muscle on them than a lot of guys, but you got some weight to put on to keep on the steer wrestling side.
You know, I don't know about that. If I want to keep doing the two events, I better stay pretty lean.
there you go. Yeah, but you look at a guy like Ty Erickson. I mean, he's pushing 200, I bet, or over.
Oh yeah, he's over 200, 215. He towers over me. But
okay, so how tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Oh, okay. So you're about average, which is good. Hey, tell me about the other Montanans, because there was some pretty good ones. Caleb Nystrom out of East Helena. Spur Owens did pretty well. You also had Cole Denton out of Great Falls. Those are just on the guy side, but there were some good Montanans. Took third on the boys side and sixth on the girls.
Yeah, Montana had some really stiff competition. I think we ended up fourth in the teams. Montana team ended up fourth in the nation. But shoot, me and Caleb was leading the bareback riding going into the short go. I was 1 point behind him in second. He just like me, he didn't draw the horse he needed to be able to win on. So I think he ended up sixth, I think.
Okay.
But then same with Spur. Spur ended up 15th, I believe. But it's really cool to have these Montana bareback riders all in that top 20 in the nation.
Well, you know what's really cool, Sam, too, is to see the Helena High School's rodeo club, have some roughies because for a while there was a whole lot of ropers and stuff, but it's nice to have some roughies in there now.
Yeah, for sure. It is. Yeah.
So do you ride bulls too then?
No, I don't. My mom made me quit about 8th grade.
Okay.
Quit riding bulls.
Smart lady.
Yeah.
All right, so you're heading off to Darby this weekend. They've got a bareback riding. You're doing a bunch of NRA stuff. What day in August do you turn 18?
August 13th.
Okay, the 13th. You'll be 18. So you get into a couple of PRCA rodeos before the end of the year, I bet.
Yep, that's my plan.
All right. Well, we're going to see you in Kalispell, I'm sure, topping the chart or topping the rankings at the NRA finals here in October. But congratulations down there in Lincoln. Safe travels the rest of the way home, and we'll see you on the rodeo circuit soon, my man.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Sam Petersen on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline, and he is our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. You win the all-around title at the National High School Finals, you're gonna pick up Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. Great job from Sam down there, and the rest of the Montanans too. And when you talk about, we talked about the guys, but in barrel racing, Lacey Lawrence of Jordan was 4th overall. Alexis McDonald of Gardner was 5th. Sydney's Tristan Hovde was 9th. And the boys, like we said, finished 3rd in the team standings behind Texas and Idaho. And then Texas won the team title on the girls' side, and Montana was 6th there. So fun weekend for all of those guys and gals. And big congratulations, because that's pretty sweet. They did themselves well. They represented Montana extremely well. So Petersen, Sam sits 4th right now in the Northern Rodeo Association bareback standings. Bryce Patterson first, Caleb Nordstrom, Will Nordstrom sits 2nd and 3rd, and then Sam's in there in 4th. Of course, he missed a chance to get some money because he was winning all-around titles and reserve national titles down there in Nebraska. Let's see here. He is not in the top 15 in steer wrestling that I can see. So, all right. By the way, we'll give you your leaders. We mentioned the bareback. Logan Beatty of Helena's winning the steer wrestling so far in the NRA titles, or NRA circuit. Seeley Samba Shoto leads the breakaway. Tie downs led by Colton Roch of Essex. Saddle Bronc, Andrew Evgene. Team roping, Ian Ostagai and Sam Levine, header and heeler respectively. Bella Fossum is leading barrels. Wynn Wells leading the bull riding. All around, Bryce Patterson. For the guys, all around girl, Bella Fossum leading the way. So that is your Northern Rodeo standings. Okay, good stuff. And our auto contest performance of the week, Sam Petersen. Congratulations. I mean, what a stud. He's 17. So, anyway, good stuff. All right, let's do, let's see. Montana Horses. All Horses, All Montana. Montana Horses magazine is packed with every wonderful, wow-worthy thing you'll want to know ever about all things Montana Horses. On this date, it is brought to you by Big Sky Printwear. We print what you wear. Go see Sheila and the girls at the corner of Henderson and Euclid and Helena. Over 35 years experience. Now, if you don't know what the direct-to-garment printing is, stop in and they'll tell you. And it's so awesome. It's the best thing since this show came on the air. They'll design logos if you need. You need one shirt, 100. They do hats. They do jackets. They do all sorts of stuff. Big Sky Printwear. We print what you wear. It is Monday, July 26th. It is National Aunt and Uncle's Day. It is National Bagel Fest Day. Coffee Milkshake Day. That sounds disgusting. Disability Independence Day, and National All or Nothing Day. Now, is All or Nothing Day, is that the, was it O-Town sang the song? All or Nothing? I think so. But I don't think it has to do with anything with the day. On this day, 1933, Joe DiMaggio ends a 61-game hit streak in the Pacific Coast League. And then 8 years later had that 56-gamer in the MLB. 1948, the Babe Ruth story premiered, and it was Babe Ruth's final public appearance. 1955, Ted Allen throws a record 72 consecutive horseshoe ringers. 1957, Mickey Mantle hits career home run number 200. On this date, 1978, Johnny Bench hit his 300th career home run. 1984, Pete Rose, then of the Expos, ties Ty Cobb with his 3,502nd single. 1992, Nolan Ryan struck out his 100th batter for the 23rd consecutive season. It is Mary Jo Kopechne's birthday. 1940, she was born. She was killed in 1969. Ted Kennedy drove his car off the bridge in Chappaquiddick, and he got out, and he left her there. So, nice job, Ted. Mick Jagger's birthday today, 1943. Bless me. So, on this day in history, brought to you by Big Sky Printwear, we print what you wear. Tell you what's coming up soon. Hey, I have rodeo tickets for Last Chance Stampede. Let's see, I've got Thursday left. I've got some, a couple for Friday as well. So if you want some tickets, shoot me a tweet and email, and tell me how many world champions, how many world championships does Dan Mortensen have? If you tweet me or email Jason at jasonwalkershow.com, or shoot me a text, or even a call, I'll give you some tickets to Thursday Night Stampede if you can go. I don't want you to get them if you can't go. We want these to get used. Speaking of the Last Chance Stampede, we will be there live Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And going to talk to Wayne Brooks, Denny Halstead, the funny barrel man, Katie Lynn Krause, Miss Rodeo Montana. We'll talk to Miss Last Chance Stampede, Cassie Turner. Let's see here. Tomorrow we're in Great Falls talking Frontier Conference football. And going to be fun. We'll talk to some coaches. And who knows who else up there in the Electric City. Let's see here. 7 is correct. Nice job. But you can't go. I just got a text. Unless you're coming up. But nobody will be here. It'll be just me. So if you want to come, you can just, I have tickets. Anyway, but I do have tickets. But yeah, 7 World Championships for Dan Mortensen. Let's see. What else has we got? Oh, the walk-off? We'll do that in a second. But we're going to talk to some Frontier coaches tomorrow. And we'll find out who the Frontier Conference pick by the coaches, preseason pick to win the Frontier this fall. Is it going to be Carroll? Is it going to? I mean, here's the thing: is it going to be College of Idaho? There's going to be a battle this year. And I was talking to a friend of mine, Mike Safford, the SID at College of Idaho last week, and there's a chance that if you have 2, maybe even 3 losses, you might win the Frontier this year. I don't think anybody's going to have a 1-loss season in the Frontier and win it. It's going to be interesting. We'll talk more tomorrow about it, but we'll find out who the coaches think is going to be on top when it's all said and done. Let's see. All right, let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off is brought to you by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Get in Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 8, Saturday, 9 to 3. So, closed on Sundays, but open Mondays, 11 to 3 here in Helena. You can get all sorts of sandwiches, classic specialty sandwiches, like a Cajun taco. You can get a Creole chicken Philly, a Cubano wrap. You can also get multiple different po' boys, blackened tuna, catfish. By the way, the catfish, oh, so good. Fried catfish, probably my favorite, except for the shrimp, which is really good too. Man, there's just so many great options to choose from at Cafe Zydeco. Also in Bozeman and Billings. All right. What did we miss today? Did we miss anything? I don't think so. We got a lot. Let's see here. I did miss one thing. Congrats to Townsend's Jace Lewis. It was announced over the weekend that Lewis is going to be the bearer and wearer of the coveted Legacy number 37 jersey for the University of Montana this fall. I know it means a lot to him, the Townsend product. It was handed to him by the late Jesse Sims. Of course, there won't be that in-person transfer of the jersey, but Jace looked up to Jesse, and Jace is a stud. And he's he's preseason middle linebacker pick for the Big Sky from the Grizz, but he's going to have one heck of a season this year, except for that last game, I hope, as a Bobcat fan, right? But Cats picked 4th. The Grizz picked 2nd by both the coaches and the media. 4-time defending champ Weber picked to win it all by the coaches and the media. Eastern Washington in 3rd. Sac State in 5th. So, preseason polls mean absolutely squat. I'll tell you something about the Frontier poll when it comes out tomorrow. The coaches that vote on it, they haven't gotten it right in like a decade. So we'll find out tomorrow who the coaches pick in the Frontier. We'll be live in Great Falls, and we'll talk to some Frontier coaches. and have some fun. Thanks to Mike Van Diest for joining us today. Also, thanks to Sam Petersen, your all-around national high school rodeo champion, and also your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. We'll do it again tomorrow. We'll see you from Great Falls. This is Jason Walker Show. Go to jasonwalkershow.com. We are presented by Capital Collision Center. Have a good Monday.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.